speaking of nice comments, we did a video.
So, sorry, just quickly. In this, we're picking 3
Yeah.
of our, but because of what time period that they may choose to do this in, they might do a younger or older.
Yeah.
So I've picked 2 young, somewhat, and 2 older.
All right, all right. So you've done
4.
4. All right. I've got 4 as well.
Very nice.
I did have a 4th who I was thinking about putting in the list anyway, but
okay.
I'll just add them in.
Yeah.
So we did a video on Monday, and it was who should be Cyclops in the X-Men. Now we're starting to get some X-Men movement, script, and everything. And I loved uploading this video, and I've loved every single comment we've got and people discussing with us, because we started this channel nearly a year ago now for stuff like that, and people speaking to us, telling us their ideas. So, yeah. Great video to get everyone involved. So I thought, let's just cast this entire fucking X-Men film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if we haven't got a 4th topic, we can throw it in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. One-on-one again?
One-on-one. Yeah. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do the 2 sort of
just
young...
your most, who you want to see the most?
Okay, so I'll do the most as my last one then.
Yeah.
My, prime pick.
Yeah, your favourite pick.
Okay, cool. So for me, it's got to be... Now, this is if they take it a route where Magneto is a bit younger, not he's not like a teenager or in his 30s, something like that. He's experienced, but he's not older kind of thing. It would be Nikolai Coster-Waldau, who was Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones. That is my 4. I just, obviously, he's kind of got the look, I think. I think he could really nail it.
Okay.
And, obviously his performance in Game of Thrones was just phenomenal. The fact that he was a bad guy, but in the same time he wasn't. He was sort of in that grey area, which I think it can really work with Magneto and with what Magneto sort of what he goes through and what his thoughts are. Because at the end of the day, Magneto just wants to save mutants and push that, but in not such a great way. And I feel like...
And fuck his sister.
And
Sorry, Game of Thrones spoilers.
Yeah. Anyways, that would be my pick for someone playing it as a younger, just getting into the Magneto role.
Right, my number 4. I kicked this one out simply because I've seen a lot of people say this one. But if you're going for 4, I'll go for 4. Viggo Mortensen, Lord of the Rings, Aragon. Green Book.
Just keep talking. I'm gonna look at his face.
Oh wow, we don't know Viggo. Anyway, I think if you want to go for, it depends what kind of age you are, but everybody knows Viggo can act. Everybody knows Viggo's that guy. Obviously, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Aragon. Everybody loves him, but then I'm looking at his later work, like. I believe it's Mr. He did a film called Mr. Fantastic or something like that. He's fucking great in that. Green Book, if you haven't seen that, some of his best work. I think he can bring that presence of... He can do anything.
You're talking about Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
It says here he was in G.I. Jane.
Good. Good. I'm glad he was. So was I.
Yeah.
I also shaved my head. I got slapped by Chris Rock. No, Will Smith. Who cares? Not me. But yeah, that's my number 4 pick. I've kind of just thrown this one in now because everyone's kind of saying this as well, so I didn't really want to bring it in. I kind of wanted to bring some of my own in.
Yeah.
Some of my own unique ones. Like I've got one in my top 3, which is what a lot of people are saying, but that's my number 4. What's your number 3, Kyle?
For number 3, kind of controversial, somewhat. Michael Fassbender.
Okay.
This guy, listen, this guy is great in everything
He's got the
I've seen him
resume.
in. I mean, shit, he does. I think there was like a little nod to him and Ian in the X-Men show, the animated show. His other...
Yeah, he's over aliases. Yeah, it was all there.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool, nice little nod to these guys. But yeah, he just nails it, and you know he still looks, you know, he's not older. Obviously, he's 47, but you know, he could still, you know, it looks like he's definitely got a lot more in him with Magneto.
Yeah.
He's literally, it's not, you know, bad to say, but he is like the best part of these prequel films.
100%. That is why he's my number 3 as well.
Hell yeah. Bring him back. I would not mind it.
I would not be opposed to it at all.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
would love to see Michael Fassbender back as Magneto. Especially, Apocalypse is not a good film, but his stuff in Apocalypse is what, if I go back and watch Apocalypse, is what I watch Apocalypse for.
See, yeah, that's the struggle of it. It's like I watch Magneto's, you know, bit, the part with him in, and I just turn it off after that. I'm like, I'm done. I know there's obviously more to the story in the film, but I'm just like, I don't want to watch this film. I just want to see Magneto. He should have got his own film. Focusing on him.
I mean, Days of Future Past is great as well if you want Fassbender Magneto. Obviously, First Class, and then I've seen Dark Phoenix once.
Not seen it.
Have you not?
Not seen it, never.
Oh wow, you might have to get on that for our X-Men rewatch before Deadpool.
No,
which we don't have long to do now. Actually, we're gonna have to jump on that soon. So yeah, Michael Fassbender is both our third. So yeah,
all right.
Who's your second?
So, number 2. Now, I've not seen him in a hell of a lot, but I've seen him in quite a few different things here and there. Jason Isaacs.
Okay.
Obviously, he plays. He's probably more not well known, but more commonly sort of associated with like a big franchise is the Harry Potter. He plays Malfoy's father, and he's just this fucking just kind of creepy-esque. But kind of powerful, but he's like very reserved almost kind of thing. I think that'd be a great way to handle Magneto, is like he has all this power, you know, instead of sort of, it's kind of like how Michael Fassbender's Magneto did it, where
Let's just call him Michael Metalbender.
Michael Metalbender.
Yep.
And his sort of, you know, he's got all this power, he can do all these amazing things with his ability, but he only does like subtle, tiny things, especially in like, you know, First Class.
Yeah.
So I feel like he could definitely nail that. Again, I think he could play a more sort of experienced Magneto very well in his prime. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. Right. My number 2. I am going with Colin Firth from The Kingsman. You know what I'm on about, don't you, Kyle?
I do.
This guy is an actor through and through. For some reason, when I was having to think about this over the past 2 days, I just thought, do you know what? Colin Firth could absolutely fucking rock this role. What's Magneto known for? Speeches. What's he done a film? The King's Speech. There you go. He's already done a film where he speaks.
I like it. I don't know. I feel like
to like it.
No, I like it. I think that's a good one.
Right, I think your Michael Fassbender pick was rubbish.
You picked the same one. Anyways, I think that would be great. Obviously, I've not really seen him in a action role other than The Kingsman and the second one. I didn't bother with the third one they did. I can't.
It was a prequel.
Kingsman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think he was in that, was he?
No.
No. But I know he's in a lot of these sort of rom-coms. Somehow I have watched Bridget Jones.
I know exactly how you've watched Bridget Jones, mate.
Yeah.
With one hand in
By
your pants.
force. Jesus. Right. Anyways. He can do the action stuff. And
Which, to be fair, with Magneto, you don't have to do a right lot.
yeah, you don't, but the moving around and doing, dealing with all the sort of like the big sets, this guy could handle it, I think.
Yeah, and just from a performance
Make
standpoint,
it look cool.
He is, without doubt, a fantastic actor, which is obviously what we need to look for first in any role. I
feel like if he gets that voice, if he gets his voice, sort of, if he finds like the right tone for Magneto, he could definitely make it so unique.
No, definitely, he could make it so unique.
Yeah,
and just be throwing metal everywhere. Because that's what he does. Magneto's power is he goes to the scrapyard and just throws bits of scrap.
I was kind of hoping that hopefully next episode we have an actual just like a board, and we can just drag in pictures of the actors or actresses that we want.
We can work on something like that.
We can work on something like that. Just because I was thinking today, I was like, yeah, I could look at Colin Firth and just have like a text box of metal. It's like, look at him. Yeah, he definitely could get the metal floating about. Yeah, it looks good on him.
Look at him next to a can of Coke.
Yeah, just have it floating about on screen.
Complete.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Colin Firth, my number 2 pick. Kyle, your number 1, please.
Number 1. Okay,
I've got a feeling we're going in very different directions with this, and I can't wait.
Potentially, yeah. I may say his name wrong.
Oh, you're definitely not picking who I've picked then.
Ralph Fiennes.
Okay.
Fiennes?
Yeah.
He was recently in The Menu.
Oh my god, that is such a good film. Kyle, you don't even have to gush about it, because I'm going to gush about it for you. That film, if you want to see something that's a little bit fucked up, a little bit creepy, and it's got amazing performances in, go watch The Menu.
It was for me, when I watched it, it was very odd because I watched it before I went to work. It was just, I definitely should have watched that in the evening, but it was a really good time. Obviously I went to work, I didn't have much time to digest it, essentially. See what I did there? Yep. Digest. I didn't have much time to sort of like think about it afterwards, but, from what I gather of the film, they were pretty damn good. But for me, the performance of like the entire film was just, I felt like he carried the film, but at the same time you got all these other great performances going on, but he was just like the top standout.
Well, he was definitely the standout, and he was definitely the most seasoned actor out of them all, so it kind of makes sense, because Anya Taylor-Joy and Nicholas Hoult were both in there, and they stood with him and stood toe to toe with him, and kind of, you got to give them respect for flinging it back as well, and acting next to him. But
he was just talking for a lot of it, describing the menus in the film, and it's like, it's terrifying to watch, to listen to him, because I don't know, just something about his performance in that, it's great, and he could bring that to Magneto, which is what you kind of would like to get from Magneto. I should also just mention, just a quick one, he would make a great Agent 47, which is from the Hitman games. I think we've had 1 or 2 Hitman movies.
Oh, casting Agent 47's next week.
Yeah, but just saying, he'd be a great pick. But other than that, Magneto, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Do you want to hear my number 1?
Let's hear it.
Going a bit on the younger side with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Driver. he skipped out of playing Reed Richards from what we know of. It was a money thing for him. Now, news is now he has left his old agency, who he worked with, his old agent, and he's now signed with new ones because Adam Driver's great. He just hasn't been getting great films lately. And I think he needs something like this.
I think, yeah, he's not had anything sort of massive, big budget, because he has had good films. You know, you've got Black Klansman, and you've obviously got the, was it Marriage Story with Scarlett Johansson?
When were Black Klansman? I think that was 2017.
Yeah.
So, Marriage Story was 2019.
Outside of Star Wars, I'm saying.
Oh, 100, yeah. And that's where he's been known for his performances and stuff like that. And that's why I would love him as Magneto.
Yeah.
He would do such a good job as Magneto. I don't think a lot of people will agree with me on this one. But
with Adam Driver, I think they definitely need to nail the. This is not like, I don't know. I think he could do it, but I'm not too sure. I can't see it in my head.
Yeah, I get it, and it's going to be hard for a lot of people to see it. It's not like
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
No.
I just can't see it.
It's like when we found out that he might be up for Reed Richards. It's something we never thought about, and that clicked a lot faster in our heads. It was like, do you know what? Yeah, all right, I can kind of see that. With this, I do see it. He's done the villain thing before, but this time he gets to play a villain who's not really a villain. Magneto was right, that's all I'm saying. My X-Men 97 fans out there. Anyway, I think Adam Driver, because he's not too young. I think he's probably in his 40s. And it all depends on how they want to do this X-Men film as well. Adam Driver might not be the right fit for the new X-Men film.
Yeah, because you've got to look at these castings as well. This is one thing you need to kind of factor in when you sort of think of castings, is how are they going to play with the overarching story? That's like one of the main things. And it's especially in like something like this, it's the dynamic between the other cast members of who you cast as, say, as your Xavier or Wolverine, for example.
I do want to say about this new X-Men film that we're getting, I do believe the first two pieces of casting we will hear, if it's separate, or the rumours start coming out, the first two pieces of casting we will hear is Magneto and Professor X. And then they will try and, work it around them.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
But no, Adam Driver, that's my number one pick. So
interesting.
Yeah, I think it is an interesting pick as well. And phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let us know down below whose list you liked more. Was it mine? Was it Kyle's?
No. Yeah.
No, you said no for yours.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. And let us know, did we miss anyone? Is there someone so obviously that should play Magneto that there should have been in this list? Obviously, none of us mentioned...
list.
Yeah, let us know your list down below. Obviously, none of us mentioned Ian McKellen. Now, I do think he's going to be back for Deadpool and Wolverine. I do think he's going to be back for Avengers Secret Wars.
He came to our school, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. I do think he's going to be back for Secret Wars as well. I'm just thinking of a new Magneto. And yeah, we both mentioned Michael Fassbender, but he's still young enough to carry that torch for a little bit longer as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not to say, like, he didn't nail the role. He fucking did. He is, it's just Michael Fassbender managed to sort of meet him up to that bar and, in some wells excel it, which is never, it's not a bad thing. We're not saying anything bad. I mean, it's like who your favourite version of the character is, essentially, even though they're technically the same. But it's what you pick. Everyone's choice is personal, you know.
Yeah.
So
Am I remembering it correctly that Michael Fassbender's Magneto was originally in Multiverse of Madness? If I remember correctly.
ooh, I couldn't speak to that.
I remember reading that somewhere. I could be wrong. It could be a completely different project. But I'm trying to think what that would be now.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, that will do us for today. Yeah, let us know what you thought of the video. I would just want to say, over the past couple of days, we kind of went through a slump of like we couldn't get past 160 subscribers, and now we're nearly at 180. So, thank you everyone over the past couple of days. All the support, all the comments, everything. It means so much to us. That's why we got into this. June 4th will be when we uploaded our first video. It says May 29th for when we created the channel. June 4th when we uploaded our first video. So, we'll count June 4th as the year anniversary. That's when the Acolyte comes out, actually. So that's next, no. 2 week away. 2 week away yesterday. So, 2 weeks to our year anniversary. But thank you everyone for watching. I know I like to make a little joke at the end, usually. But thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you. We'll probably get a show out tomorrow because we'll be seeing Furiosa Friday, and we will definitely not be able to do a review Friday night because it's going to be so late. I've got work in the morning. You're not working though, are you? So I can get in from work and we can just record our Furiosa review. Then get that up for you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Maybe. Who knows? Kyle might... No, I'm not going to say it. Because that's mean.
This is why I'm not saying anything, because I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. Waiting for your dad to return. Anyway, see you later.